you done now?
Whoever has the gun is the murderer.
Brilliantly worked out, Wadsworth. I congratulate you.
Me too.
Shut up!
Now, there's one thing I don't understand.
One thing?
Why did you do it? Half of Washington knows what kind of business you run. You were in no real danger. The whole town would be implicated if you were exposed.
I don't think they know my real business. My business is secrets. And Yvette found them out for me. The secrets of Senator Peacock's Defense Committee, of Colonel Mustard's fusion bomb, Professor Plum's UN contacts, and the work of your husband, a nuclear physicist.
So, it is political. You're a communist.
No, Mr. Green. Communism is just a red herring. Like all members of the oldest profession, I'm a capitalist. And I'm going to sell my secrets, your secrets, to the highest bidder.
What?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Clue the Movie Podcast, where we break down the 1985 cult classic movie Clue 1 minute at a time. My name is Brad Gilmore, joined by the General Jeff Smith. Jeff, how are we?
Oh my goodness, we are still in this parking lot at Comic Palooza.
You didn't think that you'd be in Houston this long, did you?
No, it's been weeks.
It's been weeks.
But it's been delightful. I'm starting to get hungry.
Are you getting hungry again?
And thirsty. It's been weeks.
Oh, okay, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Because we did go to Pompano.
Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. So you're not.
You are not thinking
fourth dimensionally?
fourth-dimensionally.
Yeah, I thought about that as you were saying that.
You have a problem with that? No, we're still here, obviously. It's the same day. Pulling back the curtain. But it's because these are like good minutes, and we love this movie, and we're like watching it going, no, let's keep going.
It's interesting that, our first in-person podcasts that we've done are in some of the most consequential minutes of the movie.
Yeah, that's good, because it'd be sad if it was like rain.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Cars and Clouds.
Cars and Clouds. Cars and Clouds, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that episode 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
so long ago. But this is good. This is finally the reveal. And yeah, no gloves in that purse. We talked about that last week, that she got rid of the black gloves to get all the evidence, but the gun is still there. And as we talked about, she's collecting secrets, and Yvette found out the secrets, and so Yvette had to go and just proving our theory, which is not really a theory because it's spelled out pretty clearly in the movie, that she just wants to have all the access to the secrets so she could sell them to the highest bidder.
Goldfinger theory. If she has all the supply of secrets, she dictates the price, and she gets paid a premium.
Yeah. She's capitalist.
As is all members of the oldest profession. Is that the oldest profession? That's what they say.
Do you think that's the first thing somebody got paid to do?
That's what I'm saying.
Probably.
You think?
But not with not with money, but like
with a goat
hey,
or something?
Well, not necessarily with a goat, but like, hey, I'll do this for you if, like as a reward. That's kind of like payment.
But does that mean you're a professional? I can be an amateur and get paid for something. An amateur could do that.
She does call it the
oldest profession.
But that's like saying I'm a professional
wrestler,
podcaster.
You can go back to, Mary Magdalene or whatever. We don't have to get into that. Anyway, let's talk about what she's saying, because if she got Yvette to help her find the secrets, right?
But doesn't sound like it. She sound like Yvette stumbled upon it.
Well, she said Yvette got secrets for me.
No, it said Yvette found them out. Oh, found them out. I thought she said found them out from me. No, she's found it out for me?
I think it's for me. Look, let's just give it a listen here. Gonna do a live listen.
Whoever has the gun.
See, here we go.
What did you do?
My business is secrets. And Yvette found them out for me.
Found them out. No, it's for me. It's for. Listen.
I don't think they know my real business.
Hold on, just listen, guys.
My business is secrets. And Yvette found them out for me. The secrets.
I think it's for.
We need subtitles.
I think that's for.
I hear from.
You hear from?
Yep. She found them out from her, and that's why she had to die. You think it's that she
found them out for me. She
went out and found the secrets?
Yeah, like I sent her out on deeds, and
I don't know.
She found them out for me.
Is that what we all hear?
So is this found versus? This is from
It's
versus
so
for?
easy to find out, but we're not going to. So, I mean, I'll relent, but I'll be really happy if I'm right.
Well, I mean,
We can't really subtitle it in the place that we're in, but
and sometimes subtitles aren't accurate.
that's true. I've seen some wacky subtitles where I go, that's not kind to the people that can't hear.
Right. So I think that it's for me, and that makes
So that's why she's the accomplice.
yeah.
We're both going to our phones right now, pretending like we're not.
Right.
I'm Googling found them out from me.
Well, I think that it only makes sense that she found.
Oh,
What does it say?
well,
Is there a debate?
no.
No.
For me. You're right.
It's
okay.
for me.
It's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
It's for me.
So she
All
was
right.
an accomplice.
This went nowhere. Sorry, everybody.
But you know what? It makes more sense because if she's the accomplice to all the Scarlet findings,
Then she
she has to die because she knows the same thing Scarlet
right,
knows.
and now she's not necessary
Oh, you know-
anymore.
And they're all meeting here is making more sense to me too, because Scarlett's saying, "Look, they're all out of money. I know I blackmailed them for every dollar they have.
Right.
Let's get them all together.
Now let's get them together.
I'm gonna kill all the accomplices, the people who know the secrets that I know.
Now it's time to make our sales.
And now it's time
Now for the
y'all.
bidder.
Mhm.
Okay.
This ending actually makes sense.
This is the ending.
This makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense why they're there. It makes sense why the murders happen.
Why now?
Why now? Who, what, when, where, why?
That Yvette was there from the beginning, but here's a good question. I guess it really doesn't matter, but I'll pose it as a question anyway. Do you think Miss Scarlett's car really broke down in this ending, or did she just want to make sure she was in the car with Professor Plum? And then if so, why?
Yeah, my question would be, what benefit does that
Not
have?
really. So I think like she is on her way, and that was like something that did go wrong, and that's why she looks so upset. But what a coincidence that it's Plum that comes down the road. But I guess there's not a lot of people that drive that highway except for terrible Officer Bill from Washington driving through New England.
Well, so, okay, there are a few things that now don't make sense.
One thing?
One thing.
Few
few
things?
So, the officer we've discussed a lot. He was in on this. He knew what was happening.
Yeah.
There's no way he's walking the beat right now.
In another state.
There was some contact. He understood. I'm coming here because. Now, do we
Do
know?
you think he knew why he was going there?
I was gonna say, was he being blackmailed?
Maybe he was being blackmailed. He's a terrible cop. He could have done terrible things. Well, he's on the payroll.
He's on the payroll.
Miss
That's right.
Scarlett, so she would definitely, she would
That's why
definitely
he's there.
invite him.
He was invited,
And now
she was like, "Hey, you need to show up tonight."
because
That's what it was.
right? Just like the others.
You need to show up tonight.
For your benefit of a financial
Right.
thing.
So wait, hold on. Makes sense why the motorist was there.
Well, the motorist knows
Mustard
Mustard's secrets.
knows his secrets.
She's got to go.
How does she know he knows the secrets?
She knows because
Oh, she had the evidence.
she had the evidence. There's that picture of them
The
together from your favorite time in movies.
Yeah.
When they take pictures before they start shooting. So there's that. And if Yvette knows Mustard the way we know Yvette knows Mustard, then she might have seen the driver. And Mustard talks. And maybe she knew the driver that way too.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, from
That way.
House of Ill Fame?
Yeah.
So, okay, so we've accounted for the cop, the motorist. Makes sense why she kills Yvette. Why kill the cook?
Cook is an accomplice too.
Oh, cook's an accomplice too. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And and I would say in every ending, even though it's not mentioned in this one, that the cook is Mrs. Peacock's cook, because they still had one of my favorite recipes, and he is still hiding the cook from. I mean, I guess it could be he's not really hiding her at this ending, but the cook would know, I guess, about the Peacock's stuff, because that cook, when Mr. Body arrives and you see them all kind of eavesdropping and listening, they're all a bunch of eavesdroppers. They all
Oh, yeah.
stop what they're doing and listen. So the cook would have heard some stuff. So the cook had to go.
So the cook goes, and then and then the singing telegram girl she knows is knows something about
Recognize
Plum.
the photo. But then
kills
who
her.
invited her?
That's my question.
Yeah.
She had to be invited by somebody else.
So she was invited.
Or no, it makes sense.
By Wadsworth.
It makes sense for Scarlett to invite her.
No, but it says at the end that she shot her because she recognized her from the photograph.
Oh, right.
But I guess she would have known. That still doesn't mean that she doesn't know that that's who she is. She could have still invited her, and then when the door opens, she recognized her from the photograph. Went, yep, that's her. Boom. And she didn't need anybody to say, "Oh, that's Professor Plum's person."
I don't know. I think that.
But Wadsworth says, why would Wadsworth say that he invited everybody then at the beginning? He did invite everybody, and then Miss Scarlett turned it on him.
He didn't invite the cop. He didn't invite the motorist. He didn't
He
invite
invited them. Yes, he says that he invited them. Bad
inv-
luck that motorist showed up when he did. That wasn't luck. I invited him. But is that before this? Oh no,
No. That's
that's another
after this.
ending.
This is after this. Yeah.
Shoot.
This is a different ending.
I'm.
No, it's a different. That's a different
This is
ending.
convoluted.
No, that's a different ending. And to me, in this ending, it makes sense that Wadsworth, yes, invited the game piece characters,
But not everybody else.
but he didn't invite. Look, we don't think he invited Mr. Body. What are you doing here? Right? Wasn't that
So did
interaction?
Scarlett invite Mr.
I think
Bobby?
so.
I don't know. We're down.
You don't think so?
Maybe.
Well, no.
know.
Stand on it. Stand on it or stand
I
off.
can't stand. I can't stand it. Can't stand you. I can't stand it because I don't. I'm sure it's clear at some point, and I'm just not remembering the part where it's clear because we're at the end and there's been too much.
No, okay, look. Let me lay it out, and I'm sure there are
Save
people
us.
screaming at us
Yeah,
through
like,
listening to the
You
podcast. But
recorded too many today.
no, I don't think
tired.
so. I think this is good. This is good
Okay.
because it's coming clear to me.
Finally.
So Wadsworth invites the game piece characters.
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't invite the cook. Cook's already there, right?
Wait, who invites the cook then?
That's where the cook works.
Right.
You don't get invited to work.
To work? That's true. You don't. So cook's there to work. Yvette's there to
work. We think, right? Wadsworth thinks she's a worker.
He doesn't know that she also works for Scarlett.
She's moonlighting in the moonlight. Right?
Okay.
Okay, just keep with me.
No,
here.
I'm keeping it with you, but I'm also
but then
trying to think.
Peacock, green, scarlet, white, plum, and mustard are all invited by Wadsworth.
Yes.
Because he's like, my wife suffered from the same blackmail. Okay.
Right.
They're all invited. He does not invite the cop. He says he calls police, but he says he actually never does. So he doesn't invite that cop, doesn't invite the motorist or the singing telegram girl. Scarlett invites the cop because he's on her payroll.
Right.
She knows the motorist works for Mustard. She might have a letter for the singing telegram girl, and as
Yeah.
soon as she opens, she recognizes her, boom, shoots her.
Right.
Okay? That all makes sense to me. I can wrap my head around that.
Yes.
That she's the real leader of the syndicate. As soon as she gets that letter from Wadsworth or from a
Yeah.
friend,
A friend.
as soon as she gets the letter from a friend,
she
she
starts
okay,
putting things.
All
like,
right.
I'm taking over.
We're going to figure this one out now. All right, I
It's gonna
got
be me.
you.
I'm going to start killing people, and he's not going to know that they're all going to die. Okay. So how does Wadsworth figure out that it was Yvette that was doing all the killing at the beginning? How does he?
Because
know that-
she was the only one who wasn't there.
So that was it. He just put it together. That's
right.
the one that wasn't here, because he's put it all together. But then he figured out she was under orders from the person who later killed her, Scarlett.
And it makes most sense for her to be Scarlett to be Yvette's murderer. And when Yvette has that scene of,
yeah, it's
you know, it's you.
right. Okay.
Are you with me? Are you on board?
I'm totally on board, with the knowledge that there may be something we're forgetting. And
What are we forgetting?
well, if I knew that, I would remember.
Then I wouldn't have forgotten.
I wouldn't have forgotten. No, it sounds right. I know why I'm not. I don't know why I'm not committing right now, but it just
Because you don't want to commit to because potentially
Because-
there's something we're forgetting.
because I'm going to forget, and then I don't want to read about it, and then I don't want to have to talk about it the next time. But okay, fine. You know what? I don't even care. Type all you want. One day you'll forget things too, everybody. So it's okay. But yes, okay. So I think yes, you're right. Yes. That's me committing to it.
Now, what do you
100%.
what do you think So she knows that they can't pay her any more money.
Yeah.
So now she's going to leverage these secrets. Now, how is she going to leverage these secrets? Is she going to use people in Washington, be like, hey, I know this about the fusion bomb. I know this about whatever.
Well, she's going to also try to get them. Now they have to tell her more.
Right.
She assumes that they have access to more that she doesn't even know. They're going to. That's what their payment policy is now. It's like they got to go with their contacts, find things out, come back and go whisper, whisper, whisper. This is what's going on. Everybody in there can do that. I don't know how Mrs. White's going to do it because she talks about her ex-husband who's dead, the nuclear physicist. So I don't know if she still has
Maybe she has some schematics
access
laying around.
She might have some schematics. Yeah. And then Peacock is the senator's wife and all that. So that makes sense. And the only one that does not have a secret is the butler.
Right. So
in this ending, Wadsworth's plan is terrible. Even Wadsworth is a
it's
screw
horrible.
up. And then Wadsworth now has been dancing around for the last 15 minutes, explaining everything.
And really, it's for nothing.
It's for nothing because he's about to
Well,
die.
let me ask you this.
So then when the chief shows up in this ending,
Well, I have a question.
yeah,
Do you think
we'll get to the
if
chief.
Wadsworth didn't put it all together, I mean, Scarlett was going to reveal anyway.
Yeah, she'd have to.
So do you think she's just enjoying him?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think she's watching going, let's see if he figures it out. Because even in the third inning, she's impressed.
Yeah.
Who are you, Perry Mason?
Yeah.
But she does protest immediately on this one. That's a lie. But she doesn't really argue much. She could have kept protesting. You don't have, just because he says, empty your purse, she doesn't have to. She could say, you will not look in my purse.
Everyone is very agreeable to that,
At this point, they're like, yeah, well, it makes sense.
because they
Those
all
that didn't
innocent.
do it. But the one who does, yeah, that's where they decide. They could probably have held it off for a little bit more. You have no right to search me.
But if she's like the only one standing off and everyone else reveals, then we know
But
it's
what
her
if
anyway.
she opened the purse and went, "Oh my goodness, who put this in my purse? Colonel Mustard, did you have access to my purse?" Maybe.
Oh, you're saying she could?
She could have
Reflect.
pushed off a little bit.
I don't know. I am surprised how quickly the ending came, though. It's literally 3 minutes from when he says what happened with the vet to the reveal of
now we're
Scarlet.
just cruising along. Yeah.
So she wants the secrets, and I guess she's going to use them to continue to give her information that she can sell.
I
And
think she's had enough. It's getting late.
But I'm saying she can make more money this way than what she was doing before.
Right. So do you think... But then, okay, I'm on board with all this, but then why is she going through the charade the whole night? Why doesn't she just walk in? But I guess she has to wait
she has
for
to
everybody
kill
to
everyone.
arrive.
Yeah.
She has to wait for everybody to arrive. The last person that she's waiting for is singing Telegram. She gets there last. Now, it would have happened right then.
Yeah.
So yeah, they all come downstairs. That's why she's holding on the gun still. That's why the gun is in her purse.
It makes sense. This
It
ending
does
makes
make
sense.
So she's ready to shoot them, but then Wadsworth says, "I know who did it. I'm going to tell you it's all done." And just for entertainment's sake, she's like, "All right, let's see what you got."
I'm beginning to think I should recant the statement of this isn't a solvable movie.
And so should Juniper, the AI.
But if you're very in tune with this, do you know what I mean? You should
Yeah.
probably pick up on.
But again, we mentioned this before that she doesn't reveal there's no hint of what she really does. There's no hint that she's collecting secrets. There's no hint that she would want to off any of these people because she has no connection to some of them as far as we know. So if there were clues along the way that led you to believe that that was her thing or that somebody, was living a double life or that she had access to the evidence or whatever, then maybe. But yeah, it's impossible because a lot of the big information doesn't come till the very end. In the last 3 minutes.
As soon as we know the cop worked for her, and the singing telegram girl was Professor Plum's person.
But she has no connection to Plum as far as we know.
No. But then I'm saying we could put together that she knows all their secrets.
Oh.
You know what I
But
mean?
we don't know. So, like, the elderly man could
The
have been
45-year-old?
Yeah, the elderly 45-year-old could have also had secrets. We don't know. Because then somebody at the very end could say, oh, that was my elderly man.
That's a good point.
And he knew about Mrs. Peacock's gender swap.
Okay,
Mrs. Peacock was a man.
here's the final thing for you. Before we wrap on this minute, 82.
This minute broke my brain, but I enjoyed it.
They refer to Professor Plum as an adulterer,
Yes.
right? Or,
Yeah.
or that he committed adultery.
But is he married?
So this is the question. Is Plum married or is Singing Telegram Girl
married?
Who's more likely to be married?
Plum.
Plum, right?
Sure. Who's Mrs. Plum?
Who's Mrs. Plum?
I bet there is a Mrs. Plum.
Yeah?
There's got to be a Mrs. Plum. Because, yes, it's bad what he did with his patients. And he was disbarred, but he even said that at the UN they don't care. Blackmail, because he doesn't want to lose Mrs. Plum. It's a very Stormy Daniels kind of a thing. Like
Right.
paying off, yeah. Like, don't want the
Little
missus
hush
to
money.
know. Hush money. Yeah, that's definitely hush money.
So we think there's a Mrs. Plum, and this is why Professor Plum. This
There's
is the real. I mean, of course, he doesn't have his license. That sucks.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
But he
schooling.
got another job.
But he got another job at a high-profile job at the UN.
And we talked about that, I think, way back during that minute where, like, this is before the internet. Nobody knows. You could just get another job and say, oh, I just left that job. And who would know? They can't look that up.
Well, you know who.
Scarlett knows.
You know who.
You know who. You
Yeah.
know.
See,
It's true.
that's what I did.
And
so,
also Miss Scarlett knows. But, yeah, I think that makes way more sense. There's Mrs. Plum.
there's a Mrs. Plum.
And in 1985, Mrs. Plum would be played by...
Oh, 85 Mrs. Plum.
Who's married to Professor Plum? And is she, like, wealthy, so he needs her around? Or does he really love her but just doesn't know how to stay faithful? Or is she, like, his third wife and he's going to be running for office?
I'm going to go just because she's in Back to the Future, Frances McCain, who played Stella Baines, Lorraine's mother.
Oh,
Because it's the only actress that popped in my
that's
head.
an interesting...
I mean, who else can we... I mean,
I guess
who's...
it makes more sense than Leah Thompson in 1985.
Yeah, because she's like 18.
Yeah. And that'd be weird if Doc Brown and...
Yeah, I
Lorraine
mean, that
Baines.
would mess up my space-time continuum.
85.
I mean, you pose a question.
Kathleen Turner.
No, that's not bad either. Kathleen Turner's not a bad pick. Just because we were watching
Carol Kane.
The Spy Who Loved Me Last Night, Barbara Bach.
Oh, that'd be interesting. It's a Bond girl.
Uh-huh. Barbara Bach is a good pick.
Yeah.
Jane
Any
Seymour.
of the Bond girls in that era would be fine. Grace Jones.
Grace Jones. Whoa.
She'd beat him up.
She'd kill him.
Yeah. No wonder he doesn't want her to know.
You know, I don't want to mess with that.
Grace Jones.
I don't want to mess with that.
I like that.
I like
You know
Grace
what?
Jones, too.
That's good because it adds also some diversity to Clue, which
It does.
needs.
It does need it a little bit. You know what I mean? This is New England in the 50s.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it's still known to be the most diverse area.
Well, depends on which part of New England.
There you go. Well, anyway, I think we wrapped
I
on this
think, if anything, yes, it broke my brain, but I came back for Grace Jones, and I feel good about that.
one. Grace Jones, Mrs. Plum,
Grace
85.
Jones as Mrs. Plum.
Come on, man.
And I want to see that T-shirt in somebody's Etsy store.
Can somebody make us like the Clue
Grace
card?
I want to see
As Grace-
I want to see Grace Jones as Mrs. Plum and Christopher Lloyd as Professor Plum's wedding photo.
Oh, somebody, please. Please, if you love this pod and you have any kind of Photoshop
Any
ability,
skills? You could probably do it with AI now.
AI it.
AI it.
AI it?
AI it.
AI it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Me too.
AI it. All right, guys. This has been minute 82 of Clue Movie Podcast. We'll be back next week with minute 83. Will we still be in a car or will we be in our regularly scheduled places?
I don't
You'll find
know.
out. You'll find out. They'll find out. All right, guys. See ya.
Bye.